in the field with the Trackstarz, Ryan Wright to Seantana, DJ Jeremaya. Make sure you go to trackstarz.com for all the latest. Make sure you send us your music. If you're an artist, send us your latest music, your music videos. If you're a producer, send us your beats. We are a top 10 music submission website. If you actually go to Google, type in music submission or submit music or whatever, you'll see Trackstarz pop up with all the submit hubs and all the other ones because we get tons of music sent to us every single day. So we've developed ways to help artists because at first we were like, we're only helping these kind of artists, only CHH. Then we were like, we can kind of help every Christian artist. And then we're like, we can help every artist. Just tell us kind of what you do and what your goal is, and we'll get it to the right place. So we've really focused on building up Single Maximizer, Nectar Distro, all these things for artists to get their music out. So, all right. So today, we wanted to talk about this controversy with Logic. He's getting a lot of pushback on this hip-hop cover song he did. Now, we're going to talk about, can hip-hop be covered? Because Logic tried. He definitely tried. Today was a good day. Ice Cube song. When the team was trying to tell me about this song, I was like, oh yeah, he took the song and he rapped over it. They were like, no, he rapped the same lyrics over it. Yeah. I'm like, what do you mean? Rap the same lyrics? Wow. Normally when people do this, they take a song and then they do their version of the song. Yeah. I had never heard of somebody putting out a cover song for a hip hop track. Have you? Or people just do the song again?
Unless it was like at an award show where they're honoring the person and they re-rapping their lyrics. Kind of like hip hop honors. Yeah. Like how they would do it and this rapper will come out and rap over, they're honoring Biggie and this person come out and rap Biggie's lyrics. But it wouldn't be like this.
But as a track, like in a release, like he put this out like it says cover. And here's the deal: there's a whole cover game for singers. If you want to blow up on YouTube, just cover all the popular songs, and if people like your voice, you're gonna get placement. Like it's
make
easy.
It a deal too. That's how Justin Bieber got a deal.
Because cover songs are protected in certain ways. There's sometimes you have to get licenses to do it, but essentially you can cover a song and it's protected. You can put it out on YouTube, no problem. But I've just never heard of hip hop covers because there's still this idea that hip hop is supposed to be unique to you. Yeah. Your lyrics are your lyrics. Now, this has been debunked several times over the years. We know now that several people have their lyrics written for them. I think people in their heart reject that idea and they still expect for those lyrics to belong to that person. Yeah. But when it comes to singing, when you're thinking about a song, nobody cares if somebody covers a Rihanna song or a Beyonce song or whatever. They're just listening for the quality of your voice on that song.
Or maybe that's the reason why he got the backlash, because he didn't rap it. Because if you watch it, he's like kind of vibey singing the lyrics.
He rap, but it's the same. Covers are usually an interpretation of the song. It's not like they're just playing the song in the background and lip syncing to it. It's usually some sort of artistic interpretation of the song.
That's what he's doing.
That's a cover.
Yeah. So why this song? I'm curious.
I don't know, but he was like singing it, but Cube raps it, but he was like low key vibey singing it.
Yeah. It's a vibey song, though. I mean,
it didn't sound bad. Did you think it sounded bad?
I didn't get no bad reaction to it. I mean,
but there's a lot of people dissing him. Like,
oh yeah,
they're
Ice Cube
like,
son was like, man, don't talk about my mom like that.
Oh snap!
Which was crazy because I didn't think until
wait, what?
He jokingly said that.
No, I mean he's jokingly, but in the song, Kim says he got a part where Cube says, I got a beat from Kim and she can blank all night. He's talking about his wife.
Right.
Yeah, but I'm guessing, I don't know if Logic thought that, so he just continued to say the lyric, and his son was like, man, don't talk about my mom.
Yeah.
That's my mother. Don't talk about my mother like that.
Yeah, but your dad said that.
I know.
Your dad said that about your mom.
And that's when we had a conversation, like, is that a good thing? Well, I mean, we talk about you, about with Alfie, too, but it's like, but it's not
that's a beautiful,
yeah.
But they were young. She may not have think it was gonna blow up, and she might have been like, "Yeah, I can." I mean, you never know if you that young and you just your husband making a song, like, or your boyfriend.
This is starting to hit home now.
Okay, so go ahead.
if just some random Negro went on YouTube and was word for word doing Alfie,
Alfie.
I'll be like, hold on now.
With the Rick James,
you ain't getting no visa. You ain't going nowhere with my wife.
Like, I mean, if you want to, like,
Mon ami.
if you want to like sample it and do your own wife's name, but don't put my wife's name in your song.
I mean,
I'm just covering it, Seantana.
No, bro. That's no. And I've had people do my songs before, but not that one.
Oh my! But
I don't much want you mouthing it at home.
You've had people do your lyrics though, as a artist, as a rap artist. You've had people do your lyrics, your verses.
Yeah, they took my whole song and did it. Yeah.
Dang.
Well, I'm like, do I remember this?
I remember somebody did another person's piece.
I do remember that.
Was killing it like it was her.
Oh gosh.
I was like, oh, it's not this.
I guess, yeah. I don't know. Hip hop is different to me though, because you do feel like the cred belongs to it being your words, your experience.
There's something personal about. You're assuming that this is personal, even if they're talking about guns and drugs. It's still their guns and drugs. You know?
It's their guns and drugs.
Or people just love that song so much and they hate the artist who did it. Because I know Logic. I think people give Logic a lot of backlash for stuff because one, they don't know. I remember if you don't know his story, if you just heard his name, you don't know he's biracial.
Yeah, it's still a little shocking when he says the N-word. I'm like, excuse me?
Oh, gosh.
Are you supposed to say that?
Excuse me? But I'm like, oh, right. But, yeah, I don't know. It's just a little weird. And I from the video, you can tell he's just joking around. Like, I don't think he's seriously covering it. I think he's just... His friends, like they did a good job doing it. You know what I mean? Yeah. And people, I think this happens more often at concerts. Like people will cover somebody's song at a concert.
I've seen that before.
Did he release it though? You say he released it like
it's
a
on
single?
it's on YouTube, like as a new video released.
Oh, got you. And maybe that's why he needed content and did it for that.
I think it was, to me...
I'm sorry, I'm laughing at you people in the
what
comments.
they say?
Some next topic. Like, move on. Yikes.
But people just really don't like this man. Like, what is it about him that people just don't like Logic?
I think too, sometimes when you come from a underground background and then you get successful, people may feel like you're a sellout.
No, that's not. People don't think Logic is a sellout.
Because his first album, like I kind of went back and listened to his first album. It's very kind of boom bap-ish. Yeah. And you go from that to like that pop, hip hop
That's not
world.
The issue with Logic.
You think because it's Logic? Like because it's...
Is he corny?
I think people just don't like him.
Yeah.
But why? Yeah, there's a lot of y'all giving a lot of Joe Budden energy.
Does he have no street cred?
We know what y'all be watching.
Y'all giving Joe Budden energy today.
I'm gonna go through your search history. I'm sure I'm gonna see some Joe Budden.
Because Joe Budden killed him.
Hates him, bro.
I don't know why. Like, why
he just hates the whole body. Like we criticized it a little bit when we did a line for line with him, where it's like just the constant complaining about I'm black and then the white people don't like me, but the black people don't like me.
Yeah,
it gets. He talks about it so much that it gets a little tiring. But it never made me not like him as a person. People just do not like this dude.
I was gonna say, do you think the same people that have a problem with M have a problem with Logic, or is it just a different?
No.
I am starting to see a rise of that, of people hating Eminem.
Oh yeah. But I don't think it's the same reason though. I think it's uniquely about. I think a lot of people don't like Logic specifically because he talks about being biracial, and he distinctly looks not
biracial.
Yeah, he looks like a white guy. So so for him to identify as black when most black people would not pick him out as black, and he's just boldly saying the N-word. I think a lot of black people just have it feels weird, but it's like he has no less right to it than a lot of other people who say it. So I don't know. It's interesting. I think he's good most of the time. Sometimes some of his lyrics are just like may come off a little corny. Yeah. But to me, he's lyrically really talented.
Yeah, he's good.
So his the backlash against him is crazy. But this definitely did not help.
Yeah, it did.
This did not help, young man.
It didn't.
Young man.
It didn't help at all. I feel bad for him because you could tell he at heart is a musician. So it's like
it matters to him.
Yeah, like I really love my art, and y'all just hate on me because
you think he's keeping this up?
You think he keeping? You doing what?
You think it's going to be down by the time somebody check and see if this is still up right now?
Oh my gosh.
Video.
I didn't play it from YouTube, so tell me if it's still up because I mean, goodness gracious. But just in general, do you think hip hop is a coverable genre? Do you think there's going to be more of these hip hop covers of somebody redoing I don't know.
I think it's dope though. We did see Toby do it.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a difference between a remix versus a cover.
Did he say her lyrics?
Yeah, he said,
but did he change the whole vibe?
He changed the vibe.
That's what I'm saying. That's a remix.
That's what I'm saying. That's what he did.
Logic changed the vibe too. It was much more like
it was vibey. It was woken up in the morning, gotta thank God. Yeah, like it was like that.
I mean,
you just don't like him.
There's definitely a rise of that then, because I mean, you see that. I've seen that with like, soundtrack for movie trailers and stuff, where they completely did the same lyrics, same words, but it's just in a completely different.
Well,
vibe.
that's intentional. Mm-hmm. So people will do that because it may be too expensive to get the actual artist, because the performance royalties versus mechanical royalties.
But I mean, even to make something that sounds hip hop sound classical, to me, that's artistry. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I
like
love
5 on it.
Yeah, I love when he slowed that thing down for us, like that was dope to me.
That was really
dope. I think I consider that a remix versus a cover, but that's just me.
But that is a remake. That's a flip version of the actual song.
It's the actual song playing but slow, or did they re-record it?
They re-recorded because there was no strings on I Got 5 on it.
But is it the original artist performing it, or did they get somebody else?
No, it's no performance.
It's like an orchestra.
I swear you hear words on it, though.
You just hear the echoes of I Got 5 on it.
But is that the original recording? I think that's
it could be. It could be the
because if they get somebody else. But again, that's still not the verse. I think it's the verse that people are having a problem with. You could do the hook, but to me, verses, people feel that like they're sacred. Like, don't mess with.
Are you gonna do the whole song? Or are you just gonna do a verse?
That's a good point. That's a good point. Joe Don, he said only Snoop did it right with Lottie Dottie back in the day when Snoop did that. And maybe because Snoop was so hot.
People have done it well, and Snoop is another person who did it well, but it wasn't like a cover. It was on stage when he did Biggie's.
Snap! He did.
You remember?
When Puffy brought him out to do Biggie's verse for Warning, I think.
Warning, yes, he murdered that.
But it's Snoop Dogg.
But still, it was, to me, that was like that. Something about that didn't feel weird. Maybe because it was on stage.
But you know what? The tension of Death Row and Bad Boy, and to see that come together with Puffy on stage, orchestrating the band.
I guess because Logic has nothing to do with Ice Cube. Maybe that's what it is.
He has no industry cred, no hip hop cred, no street cred.
Babe, don't say that.
I'm just saying. I think that's why people don't like him, though.
He has industry cred.
No, he's worked with No ID. No ID is like...
Yeah, but I'm like, do people respect him? I'm not saying he doesn't have... I'm saying I think that's what people think. Like, that they don't take it seriously. That's all I'm saying. I don't know his music I
think the biracial piece is offensive to some people because in some people's eyes, you're black. But you don't look black. You know what I'm saying? So you're biracial. Some people like... Okay, use Drake, for example. People know Drake is a biracial, a black Jewish man. But at the same time, he doesn't look completely Jewish. You would think like, oh, he's mixed. Or Mariah Carey, she's mixed. You know what I'm saying? With
Mariah
this
Carey
kid
is a little bit closer to Logic side.
Yeah, but you can tell she's still a light-skinned black woman. But at the same time, for him, if you put him down the street, he's gonna stick out like a sore thumb because he looks just like a white male. You know what I'm saying? So for some people, it's like you're complaining about something that we are embracing right now, especially in our culture. We're embracing that.
I don't think he's complaining about being black. I think he's complaining that black people don't embrace him and white people don't embrace him. Like he feels caught in the middle. Yeah. That's his whole argument in all his songs is that, the black people, I wasn't black enough for the black people. I wasn't white enough for the white people. So it is a lot of people have that story, and I think he speaks to a lot of people's story. It's just that a lot of people who don't have that story, they just really don't identify with it, and they really don't care that you're having that struggle. And then this is all throughout. Like I've seen that same problem throughout my life, where there's very negative words associated with people. They used to call young lady just changed her name because of it. Yeah. They used to call them that, and they just had no sympathy. From either side. Yeah. So I think he's speaking truth.
Yeah.
But people like Joe Budden just do not care. Yeah, and Joe Budden has such a loud megaphone.
Yeah, that's true.
I think that spread that message.
I like his material because I feel like when I hear him rap and some of the production he chooses to use, he's working with like
He's good.
Boom bap, legendary, iconic producers like ID, Premier. Like, he's working with some dope people. So when I hear him, and then also like every album that he's dropped, he always have a dope vibe, cool vibe to like a few songs where it's just like, man, this vibe is so dope.
You know what he should do next? He should cover a Joe Budden song. Because let me tell you why. This is genius.
Pump it up.
Oh no.
He should cover a Joe Budden song because as much as Joe Budden hates on him, he always gets flattered by people showing him love. He always does.
Oh yeah, he does.
He's beefs with Drake
That'd be a
constantly,
tough one.
but Drake, played this song at some party, whatever.
Yeah.
He's like, like he's a softie, and I'm telling you, if you cover Joe Budden's song, he's going to soften up on his opinion of him because
he's gonna go harder.
He'll go hard for a second, but he'll be flattered by it. I think.
No, I don't think so.
I think he would.
I think his heart.
Try it, Logic.
Logic.
Joe
Don't
Budden,
do it. Joe Budden got a Pharaoh's heart. Don't do
Joe
it.
Budden, I
Pharaoh's
challenge
heart.
you to not be flattered by Logic covering your song.
What song he's going? Well, Pump It Up.
It couldn't be Pump It Up because I think he hates Pump It Up.
Yeah.
But it has to be something that he did either on a mixtape or
the Mood Music.
Yeah, the Mood Music stuff. If he picked one that Joe Budden like has an attachment to, this could go completely wrong. He may be completely upset. But I'm just saying it's a way.
It may bring Joe Budden back out the rap and put bars out.
Whatever,
Oh, no.
it'll do something.
Please, no.
It'll do something. Try it. You can blame me if it doesn't go well. All right.
Oh my Lord.
Let's get back into it. You in the field with the Trackstarz. Ryan Wright, Seantana, DJ Jeremaya. Let's go.